Hello, beautiful people. It is Ragged07 with you, and it is Monday. Monday, Monday. Ba, 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 ba. My mom does it better. She has this crazy voice when she does that. Anyway. Jasmine, what is this thing? I need to move this thingy up. Okay? What is this? What is that? It looks like an orb, and it, like, if you watch it, like when Jasmine's moving, the orb does not move. So I'm just wondering, it probably isn't an orb, it's probably something else, but it doesn't move. And usually a reflection would move with any difference in light, if that makes sense. Mm, I'm really, really weird about stuff like this. I play seek and find games, so yeah, come on. All right. Question number one. Do you like finding out more about your country's history? Um, um, it is quite decadent, isn't it? Anybody's country's history. I live in the United States and I love it here. It is my home. I know a lot of people hate us, but I'll tell you something. It's beautiful. I mean, America is beautiful. I've been to Canada. It's pretty much like the same-ish, sort of, as far as visually. Um, I think I would lose myself if I went to Europe, though. Totally. That's it, done. The only problem with going like over to England where Jasmine is, and I want to know, is it really that misty and rainy and dreary and all that? I mean, because I've seen beautiful sunny day pictures from there, and um, I've always wanted to visit, but I really hate planes. I mean, it's like terror, right? Um, to be on a plane for 7 or 9 hours is terrifying to me. Just no. So, but as far as what our country has done, um, like governmental wise, I hate it. No, it's not pretty. I think just about every country's got a nasty history to it, but there's also good history to it. Very good. I do like what freedoms we have left. Um, it's getting to the point where it's um, slowly turning more. I mean, it's always been kind of nanny land where they want to tell you what to do and run your life and what you cannot and can put in your body, which I think is stupid, stupid, just stupid. Um, yeah. So, anyways, but I do love my country. Please don't get me wrong. Absolutely love it. I love the people here in general. Um, Ohio, Columbus is my favorite city. I've been to many cities. I have not been to the West Coast though. So, yeah. I'm not all that thrilled about it. It just doesn't, it seems very barren. It seems very, um, I would love to see the redwood forest, that kind of stuff. That would be great. Um, but, Arizona would be pretty, but I could not stand to live there. No. Unless I lived in like Flagstaff or something, I could not stand it. It's just so bland looking, and I'm not all cool about the Adobe look. Mm. So, I love you Arizonians, but I like grass in the yard, okay? I'll be honest with you. So, anyways, two is three places um, of interest you like going to. I love going to museums. I love art galleries or art museums especially. That is where you really see history of our world. our planet. And I find it to be very intriguing. It is something to learn about as far as our culture, different cultures. Another place I love going to is the zoo. I love the zoo. Um, I think the zoo actually might be number one because I love animals, especially if it's a good zoo. The Columbus Zoo is like world renowned. It is probably the healthiest animals I've ever seen in the zoo. Um, I think probably the one that the Australian zoo that Steve Irwin was part of is a beautiful zoo, and I've never been there, but I like going to small towns that have a lot of antique shops in it. I love going antiquing. But the problem with antiquing and being in a wheelchair, you can only get so far. And it's like, whoa, lots of junk in the way, you know? Um, One of my favorite antique shops in the area is so cool. When they see me coming, they start moving stuff. And I do usually buy things there. Like a fool, they had a box of old pictures from the 20s. And I almost bought the whole thing. And what I wanted to do was make basically groupings of the pictures on the wall because I'm obsessed with that era, even though there were so many killer diseases and, people died like, dropped like flies, but there was obviously enough to keep populating. My grandmother, for existence, and grandfather, they were from that period, but they didn't seem to get all the scary stuff. There was somebody in my family who had scarlet fever. I have to ask my mom about that. Okay. Let's see. I like going to the, parks and things like that. But I will say I enjoy going to places that have water. Not so much the ocean. Yeah, it's beautiful. And that, but see, when you're on the East Coast and it's like the northern part of the East Coast, I was really disappointed. I'm expecting blue water here, like tropical. Okay, I've always lived like in the Midwest. So when I lived on the East, it was like, oh my God, we spent how much to look at something that looks like Lake Erie? Really? I guess I'm horrible. Just bigger waves. The waves is what fascinated me. I remember laying down on the beach, like actually laying in the sand, loving it. And I was like there for quite a while, just like, um, you know, and the water started to come in closer to me, and the foam was tickling my feet, and I thought that was the coolest thing. I want to see the blue ocean. I know I'm obsessed about this. The only way I'm going to have to do that is to go to Florida. That's it. And pray it's not raining and all that, because that's what makes it change to yucky color, is the as how much activity is in the water that's closer to the shore, because things get stirred up. Four places you can lose yourself into deep thought: the woods. Um, I would say water. Any place that has like a decent body of water, a creek, even. Um, oh, let me think. Evening skies. Yeah, I love the night skies. Daylight sky is just as beautiful, so I'm gonna put that in there too. But the night skies with all the heavenly bodies up there is just wow. It makes you feel, well, really small for one, and the existence of God. And personally, on a truthful level, nature is what, and other things, obviously, like inexplainable. things, make me realize things. But nature is like, oh my God, I can't even explain it. Um, I get totally lost in them, in anything natural. But I do like space. I love the heavens. Last time you walked in the woodland. The last time I walked was last year. No, year before last. No, it was last year. You're right. Okay, sorry. I'm talking to myself. Oh my God. It was me and Cleopatra. We went to my mom's and we went to Hoover Dam. And this dam is like right across the street from my mom's. It it's so tranquil and so peaceful. And they have a wooded area up there. Innis Woods is my favorite. As a matter of fact, I'm calling my mom later on today, and I'm going to check with Cleo. We are going to go to Innis Woods. Drop us off. We'll be there for hours. I mean, it's just amazing. Pack a flippin' lunch, okay? And you can spend hours there. I haven't been there since I moved back. So it's been probably 16 years. Five! And last, we are born, we live, and we die. In your own words, what is the point of living or even being born? Hmm. Each individual affects the universe. Don't ask me why, but that just popped in my mind. I'm having a really neat day, you guys, in case you didn't notice. Um, I'm feeling very in tune to everything. I'm not going to go into too much because people say, oh, God, are you a witch or something? No, I'm a Christian. Thanks. But we can do things too, okay? It's called natural God-given gifts. You know what I'm talking about. I don't have to say nothing more. But we, even as small as a grain of sand that we are, even smaller, um, we matter. We actually matter. We make up the vibrations. This is why I don't like when people are arguing and nitpicking with each other a lot. I'm guilty of it, but not so much anymore. I'm when I start feeling very negative and down and ugly, I have to stop whatever I'm doing and just go into almost like a meditative state and deep prayer and just be like, change the mood. Because I don't like it. I don't want to be mean to people. I don't want to be pissy or bossy or anything like that. And I have to remind myself I'm a human being. And that comes later. The perfection of your soul comes later. And you will be happy. You might, I've heard accounts where people do argue, but it's not in the way we argue. You know, it's like, no, wait a minute, come on now. Probably like that. But there's no real negative vibes in the afterlife. I'm happy about that because happiness is what is keeping us here, in all honesty. Some type of spirituality and happiness is what keeps the human race and the universe going. So, the point of being born is that our energy is given up. Our point of death is so we can go home. It's a resting period, okay? And whether or not we come back to this planet or another planet or whatever in the universe is left to be seen. We do go somewhere. I do believe that. I do believe that there are people that just can't let go of the planet Earth. and they're stuck here. And I do not want to do that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel so blessed to be alive. And I do things that aren't good for me. And I hate that, but I got myself into that mess. Um, but I like taking advantage of the natural things that we are given. Um, natural medications, herbs. Um, I'd like to learn how to, and Jay was talking about this thing that you can get, and you can get natural water, and it actually filters rain and whatever is in the ground and stuff like that. But that still kind of scares me because let's face it, dude. Our did I just say dude? Never mind. Okay, let's face it. Our planet is really yucky. It's you can't just go and lick the water off of a creek or a stream anymore. I wouldn't advise it because you might be glowing by the evening. Mm. So I will talk to you guys later. I love you all so much. Thanks for listening to me, and peace be with you. God bless always. Bye bye. And where's my thing? Oh, okay. I got a new mouse, and you have to click it because it falls asleep. Anyway, which is good for batteries. Love you guys. Peace.